Hi, everybody. So, Richard and I are here together. We're very excited. We've been chatting already. So, how are you, Richard?
Thank you, my sister, Honey Bunny. I am doing so good. I've been very tired, but I feel good after the tired. Like I'm feeling happy, alive, vibrant. I'm great.
Good, good. Yeah, I think our bodies are recalibrating right now.
I think
And
so.
that fits into what we're going to talk about. So, we're going to go through the different layers of what is Three Eye Atlas
Mm,
and what is that going to do here?
mm.
Or is it what is it? Atlas? I think it's Three Eye. Yeah.
Well, as three I think you're
Yeah.
getting mixed up because I have an obsession of calling it Atlas 31.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how it presents to me, like the three and the one.
Yeah.
So that's probably why, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, so we're really excited. I want to talk about the first layer, the layer that like everybody's seeing that's coming from the media
Mm.
first, because that's the most superficial layer. But let's get that out of the way first, I feel like. So NASA, we know that that is, I think it actually means something in Latin that's like deception.
Mhm.
So there is deception there about what it actually is. And since probably the last week, there's been a 17-second disappearance, which I thought was really funny. And then it
17.
came back. Yeah, 17 seconds. And then yesterday, it just stopped. So we're recording this on Monday. And I guess it just stopped. And I don't know if it started again yet or not.
I'm
So,
feeling it humming, buzzing, about to start taking flight again.
yeah. So this is going to shake people up. This is the part that's not really real. And it's in conjunction with the white hats and the ETs. So, what are you getting about this first layer, Richard?
The first layer, well, this is beautifully explained. I've always said, honey and beautiful golden femi, that the off-worlders or boots. Okay, so we got boots on the ground, which is white hats,
Mhm.
boots in the ether, which is the alliance, and they have been working hand in hand. Well, from like a long time ago, not just the
Yeah.
last decades. Like we're going back to like all the way back where the infiltration started happening and the hijack, where we became into the inversion, the upside down. So, I mean, like this is like art of war, if you want, like planning, steadfast, organized, because they are hand in hand with our beloved mother, Gaia.
Mhm.
So there is a lot of energy right there. So yes, I agree that in regards to Atlas 31, Three Eye Atlas, it would be a merge of white hats with the Alliance, hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because the mission is big. It's
Big.
beyond our navel. It reflects, ripples out to the whole universe, our universe.
Hmm. Exactly. Our whole universe.
Yeah.
So, think about what they want to introduce to the world with this.
Hmm.
Okay. And that doesn't mean the frequency that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing, but that's a different layer. So they're trying to introduce that there's other life out there. They don't know what it is. What is
Hmm.
it? It disappears, it stops, it starts. What is it? It's obviously not some sort of comet. So they're creating a narrative there. And the ETs want to make contact. So just put that in your memory bank and ruminate over that. This is a very good possibility that it is some kind of introduction. Yeah.
Absolutely, honey. Because like I've tapped into the energy of Atlas and I've been obsessed with Atlas for several of my videos, whether with
Yeah.
collaborations or solo, because I get visions, I can feel them. And the thing is with Atlas, no, it's not a comet. Perhaps Swan is something more like a comet, because there are two things happening right now. But I did see and I do feel there are so many sentient beings on Atlas on several levels of different species. And in so think about like a huge, massive, like the biggest plaza you've ever walked into. So it'll have several levels, and
Hmm.
then in between there's that ceiling and the floor. So what I saw is that they looked each level like a city, and before the next city, I saw like water or lakes, but they were like not as big. They were maybe half the size, and it felt like plasma intelligence water in order to protect each level, or so that the levels don't mix or blend or intertwine. There is so much beautiful life on within Atlas. It feels like Noah's Ark is returning with blueprints.
Mm, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So those blueprints are frequencies. Yeah. So I want to just talk a little bit about the story of Atlas, the being.
Mhm.
And this came up at dinner last night, and we had a big conversation. So I want to say thank you to the people that we had dinner with, because they really brought more of the information out by asking questions.
Mhm.
So Atlantis, the city, was basically held up by a being, and the being's name was Atlantis. That's what we knew her as Earthlings. Okay. And she was really beautiful, and she was being attacked a lot by a certain sibling, and that sibling was really trying to continue to distort Earth.
Mhm.
So this is back when we were doing a lot of polarity, and this sibling was very sneaky in the way that he would introduce polarity. So she kept trying to save Atlantis, her city. And she was
Mhm.
doing this across the multiverse. And her partner's name was Atlas. And he was watching this and trying to support her and getting caught in the distortions and feeling miserable, sad about watching what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when Atlantis fell, when it basically blew up, she also fragmented as a soul, and she's recently healed. And when that happened, so when she fragmented, Atlas became inconsolable, is what comes into me. And he created the Ice Age.
Mhm.
So with his sadness. And now he's here to restore a lot of things. So she is healed. And this is part of his healing journey, to go and set things right. And he is going to give us the frequencies. So when you think of a being, he is like Earth is maybe this size.
Mhm.
Atlas is this big in comparison. And Atlas is energetically working to restore a lot of the originality that got destroyed by the one who was distorting everything. And I don't name that being anymore.
No, we don't mention that name. Nope.
Mm-mm. So, and he has gone back to God. So, back to source to be dispersed and gone back. So that's a being that's no longer here, but we're very powerful. So we don't want to manifest anything back. So I don't bring that
Mm.
name up. But think of Atlas as a being who is traumatized and is now here to set things right.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love this because when you mentioned the name we do not name, I saw like amber, like a fireplace, the amber, like
Hmm.
so that's what happened to that energy. That was beautiful, honey. That was
Yeah.
absolute beauty. And yes, I do feel like that ice age because the pain was so profound that his heart literally turned to ice.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Everything got all the technology or all the blueprints went. What's the word I'm looking for? Annihilation. It did
Oh,
not all disappear.
no,
I
they weren't
get
annihilated. Yeah.
they went away.
Yeah.
And this is what Atlas was. They saw, okay, what is coming. We could see the compromise, the infiltration, the
Mhm.
hijack. So like think about Noah's Ark. I don't know, honey, if you can see like Noah's Ark, but it's like a vision, like let's take all the DNA, the blueprints away for protection.
Yeah.
And that's what's coming back.
Yeah. And think about too, the ice is melting. The
Yes,
ice is melting for Antarctica is not going to be full of ice anymore.
that's right.
Yeah.
Because it was not full of ice originally. I mean, beyond the wall, I mean, you got mammoths, it's tropical, it's
Yeah.
vivacious. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's more oxygen,
Mm. So therefore you get big girl like
bigger.
a giant.
Yeah. Yeah. Really
So
a
how do
lot
you
bigger.
feel about Swan?
I feel like this is a swan, like very graceful event, but
Mhm.
also like a swan event. And I would call this a white swan event versus a black swan event. This
Yes.
is an enlightenment event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see them working hand in hand, right? Like Atlas would be like if we think about like a computer,
Hmm.
okay? Atlas would be like the hard drive of the information, and Swan, that comment, would be like the modem. And what do the two of them do together, like a computer? Then it comes out through the screen. So it is like a transmitter, and we are the receivers catching with the pineal gland. I see the animals and crystalline children being awakened first because, well, they don't have all of the compromise that we went through, right?
Right.
I mean, animals they are pure, and
Hmm.
crystalline children they've not been hijacked, so they are like crystal beings, and then it'll ripple out. It
Yeah.
is what we've been talking about, like the great ascension, the golden
Hmm.
age, the moment. Huh?
Yeah. It's a really big moment right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's really beautiful. And if you think about what they're doing up there, like think about you have this ball of energy
Hmm.
and they're basically continuously contributing to it to send out information. And eventually the ball of energy will explode.
Hmm.
So it's going to send out all this information at once. And I feel like, anytime that you can take, I think that's why our bodies are tired
Hmm.
because we're eliminating more right now. We're letting go of more of the subconscious constructs. And that's been what ascension is about, letting go and healing and letting go. And we're about to receive information that has been lost to us for hundreds of thousands of years.
Hmm.
big.
And this is why all our DNA strands are back online, like you've mentioned several times, my
Hmm.
beauty. They're online, but we're just not like aware that they're online because we've never practiced it. But this
Right.
is what's gonna happen soon. Like I can do telepathy with like wild animals or animals in the wild.
Hmm.
Like throwing images with my mind, and they'll turn around and I can have a discussion. It's not French or English language, but we're having a communication.
Right.
So they're all there, like I think we could be able to levitate, do telekinesis, move things with our mind.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think you've posted a video of that on your Telegram last week about, I think it's in India, and you said this is the right schooling. And you had all children, and they were with their hands moving pyramids of
Yeah.
paper or foil. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And we can do all that. And it's been proven over and over again and hidden from
Hmm.
people. And everybody's been told they were small. Well, guess what? You're not small.
No.
You're
No.
magical. Yeah. And your consciousness, that's the most important and the most basic part of us is consciousness. And now that the body's crystalline, the whole body will be a receiver versus just the pineal gland.
Like Max the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So our bones, our cells, everything is crystalline in structure versus carbon. Hmm.
That's over the carbon.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so
over.
exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. It's fabulous. I love that your cat came to visit.
Yeah, that's Lady Squiggles. It's a new setup, so I'm more on the ground level. So,
Hmm.
because my old setup, well, you've been here,
Yeah.
Heidi. Like it's like giraffe.
Yeah. Yeah. And a kind of uncomfortable chair. So I'm glad you have a really comfortable chair now because that's
Me
important.
too. Thank you. It's
Yeah.
a gift from my mom, man.
Yeah. It's
Yes,
great.
and
She
I could
loves that
swing it.
color.
Check it out. I can even like swing it back.
Yeah. Nice.
It's a lot of because I got nerve damage in my leg by being perched on that counter for a year.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
That'll
happened.
correct itself. So
Yeah,
when we're doing some of the same movements all the time, and this goes to programming too, then we will get a message that, oop, body doesn't like that anymore.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it they correct themselves if you just allow for it and you quit doing whatever it is that was
yes,
causing it. Yeah.
yes.
So, but what else is there about Atlas that he wants to bring in? Do you want to use your crystal ball?
Yes, of course. I
Yeah.
always want to,
Let's see what
especially
else he has to
nowadays.
say. Max is
All
really
right.
excited.
So let's see. I'm going to use Rose. Her name is Rose. Not just because she's a rose quartz, but she actually told me that she wants to be called Rose. So Rose is the name, but it's not Rose, it's Roze she likes.
Oh, nice.
All right. Let me focus a little bit. Let me recalibrate. I'll be right back. I just got to do my breathing, okay?
Okay.
Ooh.
That was big.
That's so good. Eyeballs on. All right, Atlas, Atlas. Yes, the veil is totally almost non-existent. It's even lesser than when I looked 2 days ago between the veil of there is a pause. I'm seeing the pause, still pause that you mentioned, honey, earlier on. But that was to recalibrate somehow. It had something to do with a frequency because they're showing themselves as a blue whale coming through the plasma of the universe. So taking its time, slowing itself because it was kind of too rapid for us. But now there's something here as we're in the in between. They had to. There's a still pause right there, anchored. If you were a boat, you put the anchor in the sea just to recalibrate because too many of us, even though they made a purpose, at least I'm seeing the Capitaine. He's a beautiful blonde man, hair on the side, and it looks like Star Trek, the dash. Look. There's two women in back of him. One is silver white, one is indigo blue, but they feel more, I don't know if they're like what we are, but like actor, they feel more like part of the ship, organic, but they hold a library information. They're on each side in the background, and they hold information of everything that's within Atlas 31, 3i Atlas. So that's what the captain is showing me. We have to park, park and recalibrate because although we were slowing down, it was still too fast. And you are beautiful, Femi, us, the humans. There's too much freaking out. What's wrong with my avatar? It's like, because this has never been done.
Right.
Okay, like what we're going through this ascension, usually we'd have in the past maybe like a mud flood, a wipeout, but now we're actually crossing over. Think about the beautiful teachings of Dolores Canyon. This
Mhm.
is what's happening. Okay, we are. Is that resonating with you? What I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Okay. Do you want me to look a little bit more?
Yeah. Look a little bit more, and then something came in too to talk
Oh, well,
about.
you
Yeah.
share. You share.
So it's important we remember that souls have families too. So Richard and I are in the same soul family, not just in the same soul group, but in the same family. And Atlas is part of our family. So Atlas is an architect's soul, and he wants everyone to know that his family, some of them are here. So some of his children are in bodies here on this earth, and they're doing their work. And he wants his children to know that his parents are healed now, or their parents are healed now. So the children of Atlas and Atlantis felt very abandoned, but they're no longer abandoned. They're here for you now. So remember that all the families are just like human families, and we all have ancestors. That's what he wanted to relay. Yeah.
He is so very happy right now,
Yeah.
flesh of the goose. Like, and the award goes to Honey Bunny. Like, that was transmission received and transmitted back to
Yeah.
the family. Yeah, you did good.
So good. Yeah.
He's smiling and he's winking at you, like a little wink.
Thanks. A wink.
Yeah,
A thanks
yeah,
wink.
yeah, a
Yeah.
wink. Like that's my
Yeah.
girl. Um, Let me just go look because I feel there's another message here. The dragons, there's something with Atlas and the dragons. The dragons are coming down like lightning as
Hmm.
well. So could it be that the dragons are doing the work while they are on a still pause, anchored? Dragons are working at clearing the energy because I see them coming down this way and then energy is dispersing. Does
Yeah.
that resonate to you?
Yeah. That's exactly
So,
what I got. They're raining down and clearing.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Watch the waters, guys. Like the whole simulation It's all a clearing. Water is emotions. Gaia is clearing. We're all clearing. There is huh, that's interesting. What do you call in the water when it spins in
A
circles? Like
whirlpool.
I
Yeah,
say a big whirlpool at the center. I don't know where this water is, but it feels like Drano, take me away. Whoop.
Pacific Ocean.
Could be all of the leftover negative energy that's being drained down because it's like a
Hmm.
tornado in the water
Yeah,
and it's being swallowed. I'm seeing ships going into it, so I don't know if the ship is a literal boat or if it's no, it feels like yeah,
ET.
it's a blackness. Um
Hmm.
Whatever is left scurrying around, it's like flushing the toilet.
Yes, it is.
Because I just saw that. Like
Yeah.
the blackness would be that in a toilet. Like,
Yeah, anything that doesn't match the frequency.
look at the sky, Femi. And the sky has got a lot of information. All of them are there. Atlas is going to deliver all the libraries, the information, the blueprints. We never lost them. And this is it. Even though we felt like we were sleeping or in a slumber or lonely, we were being protected for this great awakening because we are going to become superhuman. Let's look at Hollywood, how they've been like in the 70s, 80s, we had the Bionic Woman, Bionic Man, the
Mhm.
Incredible Hulk. Then it stopped. But recently, with the X-Men and the Marvels, this is what we're able to do because we are part of creation, creators. We're all pieces of that energy, and we are into an organic simulation. We can levitate. We could use it for good, though. Huh? I don't want to see no one pretending to role play Carrie White in the movie Carrie on prom night.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That no.
The negativity, any kind of negativity that's created will come back tenfold. So be really careful with what you use your amazing powers for.
There's gonna be a lot of wind too, huh? Like, I can
Mhm.
see the god of wind, the leaves shaking, clearing, like shaking stagnant energy. You know, like when you have a bell and you go in the corner of your house to remove
Mhm.
the stagnant, the god of wind. And I see leaves flying, but that's clearing, taking off stagnant, unmovable energy.
Yeah.
Okay, I can stop because I can go on for hours. I'll come back in.
That
Unless
was
you have a
really good.
question, my honey
Yeah.
bunny.
That was really good. No, I think, really that's we're basically defining what's happening. It's a big, big shift.
Yes.
And it may be used for multiple things. So there may be some kind of visual thing because we're already having a visual thing. Atlas, the being, he's not going to appear. He's too big. He's not going to show up so that you see him on Earth or stick his face down through the firmament or anything. You're not going to see that.
The god of war was Atlas, like that being blowing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and there's a reason that our the bone in your neck is called the Atlas bone. Atlas was very integral in the time where we were, where things were shifting, and they
Hmm.
weren't shifting for the good, which was really traumatizing for him.
Yeah.
And it was traumatizing for his children and obviously for his partner. So when you have a divine partner, they're basically, you are one big soul, and you get to a certain point where you're so big that you split and you
Yeah.
become not twin flames because we're not doing that anymore, but you become divine partners.
I hate doing this. Someone just not.
Oh, okay. Let
Do you
me
want to
pause.
speak?
Let me pause.
Oh,
Okay, sorry for the short interruption, but
sorry,
we're
guys.
back. And we wanted to talk about 5D a little bit here
Mhm.
because there's been some questions about that. How do you know we're in 5D? And how can you say that? So let's think about that for a minute. We had a huge shift back in the spring, and we went into the fifth density. And when we did, the third and fourth density Earth left, just like Dolores Cannon
Mm,
said, okay, left and dissolved. And that was a really tough time, and a lot of people passed away right then. And if they didn't, if they were choosing to do that, they passed away shortly after the fifth dimension, which is consciousness, arrived. So we went through these two huge, stressful, intense periods of time. Okay. So why are we still living in the 3D? So imagine you had been carrying around something that you didn't like. It could be weight, it could be an illness, it could be something like that, or maybe a stressful situation, a job, right?
mm,
So you've released it. Maybe you released a lot of weight, you were able to get rid of your crutches, or you quit your job, but all you do is think about it.
mm,
Oh, I let go of it, but I just think about it and I drag it along with me every day. So you've got all these little backpacks and they're dragging on the ground and you're hauling them with you every day and reliving the memories. Those need to be released. And it's the inner child that holds on to those. So
mm,
um, we really want to talk about, Richard and I are doing a class and you guys have been anticipating this and we're really excited because we're going to do it. And it's going to start on the 18th. It'll be 2 days, more than 1 hour, probably 2 hours per day. So 2 weekend days, the 18th and the 25th. And we're going to show you and help you learn how to release things through the inner child, because that is the part of you that is in more control of the body, more control of the subconscious mind. And that's the part of you that we're here to heal. So all of us are here to ascend the human part of us, because your soul is big. It's ascended over and over again. It doesn't have a problem. And so we're here to help the human part of us. And this is kind of the third class that's really important that we've put out recently. So I'm excited.
Oh, that's
Richard,
beautiful. That's
yeah.
beautiful, sweetheart. And because the first class we offered, a beautiful golden Femi of love, was like how to contact or communicate or to reach your higher self.
Mm-hmm.
Higher self is beautiful, and we're all doing so good, but we got to go back to that inner child because that child had a connection to higher self, and that's where the healing is. And this is so very appropriate in these golden times right now, the rise of the phoenix, the golden phoenix.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see it so much as coming out of the ashes, but landing from above, as an atlas coming and landing. We don't have to burn up anymore. It's something very different. So the inner child, oh boy, that inner child needs I mean, I remember when I was a child, I remember before getting of my first complexes or people making me feel insecure or doubt myself, how much I loved myself in nature when I was
Mm-hmm.
just so pure. And we forgot because life, you know, conform, status quo, go to school, fake history, and then, you know, like, until
Mm-hmm.
you die. Let's go back in time. We can time travel and go heal that. And with that, the higher self is like so happy. It's almost
Yeah.
like what I was saying about Atlas being the hard drive and Swan. Yes, you were right. The White Swan event. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
click 17 Q. There's so much. White hats. Alliance. It's all coming zeroing in to me right now, honey. Like when I saw him, the water flushing
Yeah.
down, like this. Poof. Wow, brilliant show. Blip Blap Bloom. So yes, inner child, and we would love for you, well, to join us and come on to the journey with us, because
Yes,
we are all one.
we are
Yeah.
all one.
Yeah.
And we will have the higher self and the next class that I did with Z. We'll have those loaded on the website as well. So if you want to do all three, then you can. The other two will be recordings, but you do get a certain energy when you're able to do a live class because you can be in the chat. You can get some of your questions answered and you can feel the energy of other people. So when you are watching a recorded class, I recommend being in a room by yourself so that you can really absorb the energy from the class. Yep. Well, I'm so excited. And Richard has a beautiful incantation for us that he channeled in. And I'm really excited that he's going to read that to us now.
Do you really, really want to
Yes,
hear it?
yes, yes.
All right, my
Okay.
beautiful golden Femi. Oh, it's 114. You know me, well, in Canada, it's 114. And you know, Richard, the ones in the fours. So that is a beautiful confirmation that I
Yay.
think that this invocation is going to hit all of your beautiful souls because I put a lot of light frequency and coding into them. All right, babies, here we go. This invocation is titled Welcome Home. Atlas and Swan. Across the unseen oceans of the stars, we welcome home the great ship Atlas 31, Three-Eye Atlas. Memory arc of living blueprints, carrying the songs of forests, the maps of rivers, the codes of our forgotten wings. Through the radiant flight of swan, the modem of light, the carrier of activation. May these transmissions flow into Gaia's heart and into every sentient being, human, animal, and elemental. We open the gates. We open ourselves to receive the restored patterns of life, to awaken joy, remembrance, and the golden era. Atlas returns, Swan sings, Gaia rises. We are home. We are whole. We are free.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. That swan is such a connection between Atlas and Atlantis, his partner.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
And
gorgeous.
they're excited.
They're
Can you
so
not see
excited.
like she's like fluffing her
Hmm. Yeah, she knows that finally this will be healed.
it
And
was a
she,
long,
it's
long,
been
long
so long. And
journey.
she's been so fragmented for so long. Yeah.
And we can help healing by resonating, by feeling this invocation and everything that we've learned or shared today,
Hmm.
because we can actually help heal Swan, Atlas with our love because we are a part of creation. We are strong. We are giant.
Yes, we're all giant.
Yeah.
Everybody is so much bigger than their body.
You're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So just love yourself through this whole process and remember how magical you are. And get out in the sun. That's another thing that keeps popping into my head. Get out in the sun. That will help you go through this process in an easier way.
Because the sun's also transmuting and changing right now, huh?
Yeah, and it's been carrying the light codes for a really long time, and some of those codes from Atlas will come through the sun. Yep.
So welcome it. It's easy. Just put your hands up and then close your eyes if you don't want to stare at it because you're afraid to turn blind. I'm not afraid, so I'm always looking at it. But that's me. I'm not a doctor. But like open up, open like solar plexus, heart chakra, palms, because palms are portals. There's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of magic happening with every extremity here.
Yeah.
Five is important. 5 digits, 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head, five again. Open all that. That's a portal and the transmission and the receptor,
Mm-hmm.
because we receive on the left and we give out by the right. So, it's almost like the whole world holds hands across the world and they're all jumping and
Yeah.
sharing that energy and it expands and grows. And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely.
mm,
Just enjoy yourselves, you guys. This is an amazing time to be alive.
it
We've been
is.
waiting a long time and it doesn't look exactly like we imagined, and that's okay because it is going to be more magical than you imagined it to be. Yep. So good. So, Richard and I's class will be below. We're so excited to see you. We're so excited that we got to do this show. And we just want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to Richard because that was really beautiful, everything that you shared.
Oh, I love you so much, my
I
honey
love you
bunny.
too. It's so good. And we love you guys as well.
You are the golden family.
Yep,
Without you, there is no us.
exactly.
You are the rock stars, my family, our family. You're the rock stars here.
Hmm. Absolutely. Okay. We'll talk to you all soon. Bye.
Ah!